This episode is brought to you by StretchLab of Westfield. StretchLab offers one-on-one assisted stretching for people of all ages. Whether you're looking to improve your athletic performance or trying to stay limber as you age, StretchLab has a highly trained staff ready to help you reach all of your goals. Mention that Westfield podcast and get your first stretch for only $40. Visit stretchlab.com to learn more.
Welcome back to another episode of That Westfield Podcast. Today we are joined by Claudia Cruz of Elegant Image Salon. What's up, girl?
Hey, hello
everyone. Yeah, this is fun. I walk past your spot all the time, and I'm excited that you decided to come on the show. So welcome.
I'm excited too.
Yeah, this is good. So first of all, you brought me a gift, so I'm just gonna. I can't wait anymore. Sorry, guys.
Parents taught me to never show up empty-handed anywhere.
Yeah, right. When you're like old school, like it's just kind of a thing.
I know.
All right. So she knew I love tea. Oh yes, vanilla spice, perfect energy, which I could honestly use right now. So thank you for that. And then we got the Echinacea Immune Support, guys. Thank you so much. I'm definitely going to be drinking these. These will be gone within a week in the office. So thanks for the gift. You're so sweet. I have nothing for you except this beautiful podcast. So I hope that's enough.
Definitely enough. I don't expect anything.
So you're like one of the oldest salons around, aren't you? How long have you been in business for?
20 years.
Jeez.
21 soon. Yeah, March will be 21 years.
So you opened in 2003? 4?
3.
I was still in high school. I just barely graduated. Wow.
Me too.
That's exciting. No. So you just jumped right into to working for yourself?
Yeah. So I was 22. And I decided I wanted to open my own salon. I was working in a great salon. So yeah, I decided to just jump both feet.
That's that's not super common for people in their early 20s, at least now. So how did that feel? Like, were you like petrified, I guess, or like were you just so full of energy?
Is bliss, I think. Yeah, I just didn't know any better, and it worked out, thank goodness. So,
right. How were your first couple of years? Did it just like did you go through
a lot of work? Yeah, like 80 hours a week. 80 hours a week working. Not really, but you know, exaggerating.
I mean,
but
you're not. You're probably not, honestly, with all the after work and the mind not turning off. It's 80 hours easily.
Yeah. So it was tough in the beginning. You know, did everything myself pretty much. You know, was plumber, cleaning lady, window cleaner, you know, everything I did it myself.
Bookkeeper,
exactly.
So one thing that we share in common is that we actually share the 401 West Broad Street space. So you were there the first 13 years of the business.
First 13 years, yes.
Right. So where the old car wash was, it's now the apartment building on Broadway and East Broad or West Broad. So I always say thank you for all the electrical that you put in there for me before I moved in, because it was extremely helpful. But yeah, it's such a beautiful space, right? It's like
I love
just
it. All
bright
the windows, it just is a very cool space. And I signed my first lease for 2 years, and I stayed for 13 years.
Isn't that funny?
I just got comfortable.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice here. It's cozy.
It is, and it's funny because everyone's like, "Oh, there's no parking." It's like, dude, there's tons of parking. It's much easier than the downtown sometimes. And now
meters. I mean, I don't know about now. Has it changed? Or?
No, it's still the same. And we never got any parking tickets over there either. You know what I'm saying? We were pretty lucky.
Forget about it sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sometimes it wasn't too bad being on the south side, right? Just like you're just not on anyone's radar. But now Cherry Home Designs is in there, Christine and John, and they're loving it. And watching the space transform, like from when you had it, and then there was a couple things in between. There's a yoga studio, and then us, and it's just like it just always kind of maintained this like really nice energy. It was much better over there than the other side. Being in the kitchen, I would just like bask in the sun. So why did you decide to move after those 13 years?
We were busting at the seams. I mean, I ended up getting a few more employees, and then we were just busy, and I always wanted a bigger space, but it was just timing and what's available, financial reasons. You know, being in town was expensive. So when the space that I'm in now opened up, I drive past it every day. It was empty, and it still was out of my price range.
Right.
But then it was empty for like maybe a year or two, and I finally just asked the landlord, like, "Hey, this is what I can afford. Are you willing to accept that?" And he did.
Nice.
So it worked out. And there I am.
And I'm going to give some credit here to the landlords. Like, at the end of the day, everybody's a business person, and sometimes, if you just have a conversation about anything with anybody in business, like you'd be surprised, and some people just don't even try. So I give you a lot of credit for doing that.
I went old school. I wrote him a letter. I gave it to the realtor.
Signed it in blood. No, kidding.
Like, I'm really handy.
Right. No, yeah, right. I'll take
care of the space. Exactly. Like it's my own. We do
that all the time when we apply for rentals, because it's just nice. It's just nice to know that somebody cares enough to one, write a letter, or two, to tell you, hey, like, I'm a decent person, and I'm going to take care of your space, because it is their investment, right? And it's your home. Like, it's your business. You want it to be beautiful and keep it nice. So you're right on South Ave, across the street from the train station. Right, they're at the gas station, sort of like
kind of diagonally across. Yes, so it's a beautiful space. I love my location. Yeah.
How many chairs do you have in there?
We have 6 styling chairs, and then we have 3 color stations. So it's kind of like a mix. I guess it's kind of like 9 stations, but yeah, kind of.
Right, yeah. I've got my eyebrows done there a couple times. My hair's a little short, so I don't go to the salons anymore. But if I did, like, it's just such a cool energy. And there you go in, everyone's like bubbly and nice, and it's fun, and like it's also very bright and colorful in there. It's a cool
I love
spot.
the brightness of it. It's like a lot of natural light, kind of similar to like 401 for us, West Broad? Yeah, West Broad. A lot of windows and a lot of natural light, which is amazing for hair.
So
just good on your skin.
How many people do you have on your staff now? How big have you grown?
10 of us, including myself.
Wow.
So 9, 10, yeah.
And I've never heard someone talk so kindly about their staff as I have you. You're just like, my girls are the best. Like, everyone's so great. And, as an entrepreneur, obviously, it's hard to always find the right fit and people that are going to stick with you for a long time and, like, believe in the business. So what do you think is so special about your place and how you guys do things?
I try to create an environment where everyone feels like safe and can be themselves and I also allow everyone to have their own schedule so that we all are families and moms and we have kids and you want to spend time with your family and no one wants to be stuck at work when they don't want to be there. So if you don't want to work an evening, then you don't. You work. We have one girl that comes in sometimes at 7 a.m. to do hair and that works for her. That would not work for me.
That's pretty cool.
But I think that's why I think the staff enjoys being there. Also, we do all get along really well. We're all women, so of course there's times where, but for the most part, we all get along really well. And I think the environment just feels good. It's like we try to, and for our clients too, we try to create like kind of a homey, like you're hanging with your girlfriend,
right.
kind of vibe. And I think
that's it. Sometimes it could just be that simple. I think people try to overcomplicate their businesses sometimes. They're like, we have to give them this and do that and this, and it's like, just be a good, normal, nice person.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you'll attract good, nice, normal people who just want to like work and go home and do the best they can, go home and be part of a team. And like nobody wants any problems like that. That's really cool that you've been able as a leader to cultivate that environment. Have you had people with you for a long time?
Yes. So my sister has started with me from day one.
Your sister's with you? Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah. So she only works 1 day a week. She works Saturdays.
That's why it works. No.
She takes off 1 day a week. So I don't know how that really works. She's always taking off. We're like, you work 1 day a week. But anyway, so she's been with me since day one. And then Crystal, who's one of our master stylists, she's been with me for 14 years, maybe about 14, 15 years. I forget exactly. I think 14.
Cool.
Everybody else is like 6, 7, 8.
That's awesome.
The newest hire just started a couple months ago. So funny enough, she started with me. I worked with her before I opened the salon. She became the assistant. I was the stylist, and then I left. And so now the salon she was working at closed. So she decided to
come back.
Yeah,
full circle, baby.
Yeah, I always joke that I feel 20 again when she's there. It's like we're 20 all over.
All right.
But yeah, so yeah, it's a fun group.
Yeah, so not many people make it 20 plus years. There was a business in Westfield. He recently sold. His name was Joe. He owned the barbershop on South Ave, a couple blocks down from you.
Met him many times, yeah.
54, 55 years he made total, maybe even 56 year total.
That.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
I would go around the corner, hang out with him all the time, and I'm like, what was it like having a business here and like, all those years ago, and how has it changed? And he's just like so cool and like laid back, and he's just like whatever. But yeah, I think when you are able to build something that good for that long, I think it's not always something people understand how truly valuable that is. So I appreciate what you've done for sure, because it's not easy, and the ups and downs, and like most people just go, F it, I'm gonna go get a job or do something. So like
I cry a lot, but
don't we? I think if there was if we could all count the amount of tears I have shed from an entrepreneur's eyes in a year, and probably be like drowning in it. I don't know, but it's worth it, right? And that's the thing that people don't understand. Like
very rewarding for sure
when you love it, and I think especially with what you do, like you become so close to people. You're like hearing their life stories, like if someone's like getting married, getting divorced, like their kids being born, or like their mom dies, like you're like a therapist too, right?
It feels like that sometimes. In a good way though. It feels it's a good feeling sometimes when you know that a lot of people, especially nowadays, everything is virtual. You know, you do everything online, you shop online. Like sometimes I might be the only person they see all day, like in person.
Yeah, that
so
makes sense.
you know, if they want to talk, then you have to kind of listen.
Right,
you know?
right.
And I enjoy that. I think it's nice.
You get to help people.
Get a lot of hugs too. Yeah. People need it these days. I do too, so I don't mind it. I'm a hugger.
Yeah, hell yeah. I know we hug duty came in. We're like, hi. Yeah. So we were actually just talking before about like health and wellness stuff too, as we just wrapped up Health and Wellness Month in January here. But, you know, as someone who is dealing with people's hair all the time, like you get to see almost like a bird's eye view of how people's health is going, right? So whether it's like hair thinning, hair falling out, like scalp issues. So talk to me a little bit more about that, maybe things that people should look out for, and stuff that you've seen, especially after COVID.
Yeah, that's been a major thing right now. I feel like a lot of people that sit in my chair now, and I joked, I said, I don't know if it's my age, so my clients are getting older, or if it's just environmental, I don't know. But I do feel like a lot of people are coming in with hair loss, hair thinning, and it's a worry. You know, receding hairlines for women in the front has become a big problem. There are, I think, health issues that people deal with. Did I say that right? Health issues?
Yeah.
Health
Yeah.
issues? Yeah, I'm a little tough. Let me get a little water.
This is not coffee. It's just water, so we get a little tired here.
All right.
This is an early recording.
Yes. So I think whether it's related to health issues, you know,
Stress probably
stress.
too, I'm sure.
We're under a lot of stress now. You know, we are. And I think also, not to get into like COVID or anything, but I have experienced it since COVID that a lot of people, it's like their new normal. Their hair is not the same anymore. It's coming in thinner.
Yep.
It's, you know, like I said, the receding hairline. So I think we've been addressing that a little bit more just with, you know, getting blood work done, check for your, any, you know, numbers
thyroid
that are
issues.
off. Yeah,
and
exactly.
Stuff.
Thyroid issues. If everything comes back, you know, good, and then if your doctor feels like it's comfortable, they're comfortable saying that it's probably not health related, then it's just your new normal, and you just have to find a new way to deal with it.
Right.
You know, we've been doing a lot of extensions just to kind of help, you know, give a little more fullness.
Right.
That's been a big thing lately. A lot of people have been really excited about that. We do offer a few different methods of like hair extensions.
Cool.
I swear by collagen too.
Yeah,
so
of
picking
course.
your hair, so I take collagen. So I tell all my clients like, take collagen.
It's the easiest thing. Yeah,
it is.
You can
It's
do.
like
Just add a
minimal
couple
stuff.
things into your diet.
No harm, no foul, as long as obviously your doctor's okay with that. But I feel like it's definitely worth trying if someone has thinning hair to, you know, try the vitamin route, get your blood work done, and then if all else fails, there's always extensions.
You, right? They can help you. Cool. What other services do you guys do? So obviously color, like all the typical salon stuff?
Haircuts, colors. We do keratin treatments. Magic Sleek now is a smoothing treatment.
What's that?
It's magic.
This is where like I'm not super girly, and I'm like, oh, like my wife usually tells me about these things, but
so Magic Sleek is a amino fusion treatment, and it's for frizzy hair, curly hair, just unmanageable hair. So it just makes it a little silkier, softer. So that's a service that's been gotten very popular also.
Cool. So we have prom season coming up, wedding season, showers, springtime, the best time of year, and everything starts to defrost. So how often or how far do people have to book with you guys? Like how packed do you get for
we always try to fit everybody in. Even I mean, come on, it's like their prom or wedding. How can you say no? Like we'll figure it out. But yeah, like now is a good time to start just booking. That way you get the time slot you want. We have a makeup artist who works on our staff.
Oh,
so
nice.
She's amazing. So we do it all together. Yeah, the hair, makeup, all at the same time. It's pretty cool.
Cool. Do you guys ever go out and do stuff, or do you?
Yeah, we do.
Usually,
yeah. So for bridal parties, we've gone out. So we could either go to someone's house or a hotel. They do it, you know, the whole bridal party. It's pretty fun.
Cool.
It's cool. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, right. Just be around people with like all the positive, fun energy that they have.
They're happy.
Like, why would you want to be around that?
Everyone's got mimosas. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. Not you though, right? We don't give you the mimosas until the end. I always get stuck being the first person to get my hair done at these things.
Like 7 a.m.
Yeah, and then I'm just like trying to sleep with like my head like not.
Yes.
Because I was like the least girly one, so I was like, I don't care if my hair gets a little bit messed up. Y'all can
work with it.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm just like, that's so fun. So okay, so goals for 2024. What are you guys working on? I know I'm sure expanding the business is always a dream. Do you want to hire more people? Are you trying to attract anyone to you? Are you guys good right now?
We're good right now. We have a good
so
bunch.
nice to hear.
I don't want to mess that up. Like I feel like we got a good vibe.
No one apply. No kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, but I think you're probably someone who's like so good to learn from. So, you could teach people a lot about the industry. So maybe you should
think so, but I don't know.
Maybe you should start like a coaching course or like an online webinar. How to own a salon for 20 years from.
I don't know if I would enjoy that. I'm such a people person. Like I feel like the whole webinar thing, it would get lost in
You can't hug them, right? You can't hug them.
Exactly.
You're not there. All right. So you were telling me before that you grew up in Elizabeth and your parents immigrated here from, you said Portugal?
Portugal. Yep.
Well, tell me a little bit about that and how you becoming an entrepreneur in general after that experience.
So my parents came here. They were both born there in Portugal. And my dad has always been in the construction field, and he started his own business. So I think that's where the entrepreneurship came from. He did end up selling business anyhow. But yeah, I definitely learned my work ethic from my father. So I was born and raised in Elizabeth, grew up there my whole life pretty much. Decided to open the business, and I wanted to kind of stay somewhat close to where I lived. So that's how I ended up in this area.
Yeah, Westfield. It just kind of like sucks you in, right?
Yeah.
I was living in Scotch Plains, and a friend of mine was a realtor, and he was like, "There's a spot on the south side of Westfield," and I was like, "It's not near anything," and like I don't know, and like Westfield, I don't know, and then it just like I went to see it, and I was like, "Oh, this is perfect," So it's
an amazing town. So I actually was working in Cranford at the salon before I opened my salon. And so I loved my bosses. They were amazing to me. The salon was great leaders, and I didn't want to become their competition. Right. So that's why I didn't stay in Cranford, but I had a lot of clients from Cranford.
Very nice of you. Yeah. So most people wouldn't do that. They're just like, well, you do it better. Like, and you're just like, we cool. I'm going to go over here. See you around Christmas.
I see you. Yeah. But so I decided to kind of just find a surrounding town that was very similar and where my clients would not be upset with driving to. So Westfield just kind of happened by default, and then I didn't know anything about Westfield, and I love it now. It's a pretty
20
amazing
years,
town,
20 plus years. Like, I mean, it's such an achievement. And, would you have any advice for anyone new starting out in the industry or just starting a business in general?
It's a hard one. I feel like there's just so much like ups and downs in the business, so I feel like I don't want to like harp on the negative and like dissuade people, but it's very rewarding. I think just be ready for the hard work, the stress, especially in the beginning. It's tough. It is.
Right, and you got to love it too, right? If you don't love it, it makes it so much harder when those times are harder. So but
I definitely wouldn't change a thing. Like even as hard as it was, I think it was a good learning process, a growing. I feel like I grew with the salon. It was like my baby.
How have you seen like a lot of the products change over the last 20 years? Because my aunt actually owned a salon in LA when I was a kid, and everything was like Redken back then. Like I remember when Redken like first came out, it was like such a big deal, and the stuff that they were using. And again, I'm not like super girly, but for the ones that are who like use all these products, like what are some of your recommendations? Like what are things you've seen get better or get worse over the years?
I think one thing that really has changed the industry a lot is Olaplex. That's like a hair care line, and I won't get too technical on what it does, but basically it does repair some damage that hair experiences when you dye it, bleach it, these chemicals. Right. So that's really changed a lot, changed the industry a lot, because it kind of like allows you to push the envelope a little bit without damaging someone's hair.
Right.
That's a great line. That's a new line that came out recently. I think products in general have changed for the better, like better ingredients. I think the industry is more conscious of what we're putting on our
totally
hair. Instead of it having like these chemical-based ingredients, I feel like they're going more for natural, gluten-free, vegan, which you think is like
vegan hair care
because you're not eating it. But if you're what did you say? Gluten head? Is that what you said?
I don't know what I said. Vegan. Everything has to be vegan now. Everything. This table's vegan.
If that's important to
this
you.
Microphone is vegan. Yeah. Sorry, vegans. My last question for you is, what hairstyle are you glad to be not doing anymore? Like, leave it in the past. Never want to do it ever again.
My gosh, that's a hard one.
I have a guess.
I feel like everything comes back, so I don't want to offend anyone.
It's the bob. Let's just be honest here. No one should have a bob.
That is not true.
No, I don't know. I've never seen having one for anybody having one for a long time.
So many different versions of it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
My mom maybe have a bob in like fourth grade, so now I'm just traumatized.
Trauma, yeah. Where's Love Play Grow? What is their name again?
Yeah, the therapy. Yeah. I'm gonna go see them. Like, I need to get in the sandbox sound tray and talk about my fourth grade Bob. What's the thing everyone always makes fun of? Where they're like, when you have a breakup and like you get bangs or something.
Bangs, yes. I've talked people
Social
out
media
of bangs,
is so funny.
for sure. Yes. Like, you're talking crazy.
It's not for everybody, right?
Slow down.
Some people can do it. Most of us cannot. What are you going to do? On that note, let's tell everybody where they can find you, how they can book with you, Instagram, website, give them all the good stuff.
All right. So our website is elegantimagenj.com. Our Instagram is Elegant Image Salon.
Is it? I guess that's Elegant Image, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I mean, just call them guys, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys do booking on the website, or is everything
online booking?
So you guys are up to date on all that stuff.
Yeah.
So they can find all the information there. Again, it's prom time, it's wedding season time, Mother's Day is coming up. Guys, go get your hair done by Claudia, and the girls are going to take good care of you. Thank you so much. This was so much fun, and maybe I'll come. I'll let my hair grow out a little bit and come for a cut. We'll see. Okay.
Definitely.
Bye, guys.
Bye.